Hello, it's me Pavlo, and today we'll be talking about yet another interesting audio gadget, and today it's pretty fresh. It's FiiO's FF1 earbud. FiiO is one of the few big companies that pay attention to this form factor. Some time ago they released really good and really expensive model EM5, but later they shifted towards more affordable segment and released FF5 and FF3. And as index suggests, FF1 is the most affordable earbud in their lineup. Price is set to be $30. Maybe there will be some discounts in the future. But anyway, we are getting a detachable cable here and 14.2mm beryllium plated dynamic driver. So I have some expectations for this model. Let's have a closer look. So box is fairly simple. Nice combination of white and cyan colors. As usual for FiiO, almost no information on the box. They don't print technical specifications on the box to keep it probably more minimalistic, but they have this sticker to ensure that you've got original product. As usual for such cardboard boxes, it's hard to open it without tearing something. So let's try to be careful, but it's not that easy. Anyway, so here it is unpacked and we've got a convenient tongue to pull it out. So some manual, earphones with stock cable and a pretty generous pack of different bags. So let's do quick unpacking to see what we're getting here. So bag number one, different rubber rings for fitting with hooks and without. So they improve gripping of earpieces with your ear. Then next box, or next bag actually, we having donut-like forms. Here is, oh, that's interesting bonus, it's small USB Type-C audio adapter, so you cannot worry if you have some like smartphone without audio output or with bad audio output. FiiO got you covered. And actually this is classical form tips for the earbuds. Now let's see at design. Design is absolutely like straightforward. Classical shape, pretty compact earpieces, so definitely their size is just a bit bigger than driver itself. Totally open construction, plastic, but really nice plastic, and FiiO logo on both earpieces, and here is replaceable cable. I really hope that I won't pull out something that should not be pulled. So fitting pretty tightly, and it's common 2 pins connector, and the right connector has this embossing on it, and also they have this key notch to preserve polarity, but actually there is no notch inside of the earpiece, so every 2-pin cable will probably fit. This one just indicates which sides should be in or out. Oh, sorry, it's actually left earpiece, so left earpiece is marked with bumps. And pretty tightly fitting connectors, so impressive strength of connectors. And here is the cable, something also not typically usual. So here is rubber insulation and even 3-button talk control, and it goes to the splitter, but after the splitter it goes in fabric insulation, so that makes it a bit more durable in this part. and down to the regular four connector 3.5mm jack. So as you can see, in terms of accessory set, in terms of package and stuff, everything is pretty well done. Small correction, I didn't look attentively enough, so there is a groove on the pin side and there is a notch on the socket side. Probably it won't be visible on video, but it's present, so there is a key to achieve the proper polarity. So that makes finding third-party cable a bit more complicated. I've seen 2-pin connectors with extended pins and with groove here, but it's not really common. But at least we can suppose that FiiO will supply replaceable cables in case of stock one will be broken. And they are really tightly fitting, which is pretty good in my opinion. And of course, about the sound, I have burned them in for about 48 hours and didn't get any results at all. And before I'll speak about the sound, I need to say a few words of preconditions. First, my experience with earbuds are pretty limited. I know there are some Chinese companies and maybe some Korean or from other places that makes really good earbuds. Usually it's something with 3-letter name and some numbers, so I haven't heard them and actually can't say anything about them, so my experience is limited with only FiiO's earbuds during last few years. And another one, please keep in mind that sound of earbuds is super subjective. They don't form isolated volume like in-ear monitors does. So it really depended on the positioning at your outer ear. It can be rotated few millimeters to any side and you'll get different sound impressions. For example, thanks to their relatively small size, I managed to fit them deeper into my ears than bigger earbuds, and that gave me more low frequencies and overall more balanced sound. But if someone won't fit them as deep, of course they'll get more airy, more brighter sound, because bass is quickly dissolving into the air. It escapes from your ear channel to different sides. And also I like them most without any foam. So that's my subjective impressions with this foamless mode. So bass, I'd say pretty good for the inexpensive earbuds. Deeper layers of bass are almost absent. They are audible somewhere, but really on the background, because deeper bass is the easiest one to escape to different sides because of acoustic pressure. Usually for deeper bass in the earbuds you need a good, bigger, fast dynamics, which are usually more expensive. And in that case, anyway, it will be more dominating over the mid frequencies, because it's harder to tweak the sound in a universal way, as you can do with in-ear monitors. But actually low frequency, mid bass and upper bass here is pretty nice. It has not great but normal amount of weight, and actually even I'd say good level of small nuances and details. So acoustic instruments that are rich with details sound pretty pleasant. And of course it's not the best choice for the electronic music, because you won't get deep rumble and you'll get less weight, but it's more of course a matter of taste. Maybe someone likes electronic music without bass domination, or there are examples of electronic music that are not built on the dominating low frequencies, and here is the one. It's Yello, Squeeze Please. They play a lot with bass here. They have bass lines that appears and disappears. They have some trumpet that goes pretty low to the bass area, but of course not deeper bass, more like mid and upper bass. They have that pitch shifted vocal with echoes also pretty low, and these earbuds deliver it all with pretty good, effortless and good sense. Mid frequencies are like normal dynamic drivers. Good but not maximum resolution, without excessive focus on the micro contrast, doesn't sound super clinical or super analytical, and that makes them more or less forgiving for the quality of record. Normal dynamics, not maximum due to form factor, but pretty normal, so they deliver good amount of emotions. And overall natural sounding instruments, but the strong part of earbuds in general, and this one in particular, is of course stage. So due to their form factor, they build the bigger stage, especially in width like this model do, and also in depth, and especially it's effective when you need to give listener an impression of some big orchestra, something massive, or with some stereo 3D effects like on this track. They have a lot of things that goes to left ear from left ear to right and vice versa, so it also sounds pretty pleasant. Example for the mid frequencies will be Beatles, Hey Jude, and it's also a track that really fits the representation of these earbuds. Because a lot of chorus singing here, pretty epic one, and this earbuds deliver it with good sense of spaciousness. They are not like 100% here in terms of technicality, but in general instrument sounds also really good, as well as not chorus vocals, so pretty enjoyable experience here. In terms of treble, I didn't find them like super bright or super hot on the treble. I suspect that it depends on the fit. If you didn't get that deeper fit like I did, you'll get more brighter sound. In this case, you can use donut forms to reduce treble a little bit, or full forms to reduce it even bit more. But in general, treble is natural. Of course, extension is about average, no rich overtone saturation or layering, but basic overtones are here, as well as a part of higher lying overtones, so pretty nice pretty nice overtone saturation for $30 earbuds, and that makes a lot of instrument sounds more realistic and impressive. And usually I use Musica Nuda as an example for the low frequencies, and I must admit that actually double bass sounds pretty nice. Not at 100%, but still pretty nice with good amount of body. But today Musica Nuda is because of Petra Magoni vocal, and it goes pretty noticeably to the treble area. Of course they're lacking layering to show it fully, but still pretty nice and pretty pleasant listening experience. In terms of sources, of course they need some at least simple digital to analog converter, and FiiO put like the most basic version to the accessory set. That digital to analog converter is very basic, so I tried them with KA1, and it's also a good step forward to pull the maximum from these earbuds. And speaking about the comparisons, actually FF3 is a bit more weighty and a bit more like wide and deep in terms of stage building, and FF5 is like more resolving, more spacious, with a bit higher focus on the micro contrast. So basically this model is perfectly positioned by the price to place where it belongs. And I can say that it's a really pleasant model, a really good offer if you want to try some earbuds without spending a lot of money and get understanding of do you like this form factor at all or not. So that was about FF1. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a great day.